Who is she, this silent matriarch of humanity, shrouded in the mists of ancient history? Noah's wife, a nameless figure pivotal to the survival of humanity post-flood, yet her story remains untold, or at least, we do not usually give it the necessary introspection and curiosity as we do with other biblical characters and stories. Today, we delve into the depths of history, scripture, and tradition to uncover the enigma of Noah's wife. Why is her silent legacy echoing through the ages? Let's find out. The tale of Noah's Ark, a vessel of hope amid a world submerged in divine judgment, is a story we've all heard. Noah, the obedient servant of God, his 3 sons, and the animals 2 by 2. But then, there's her, Noah's wife. The Bible, in its thousands of verses, leaves her without a name, a silent partner in a mission to rebuild a world. But why? As we sift through the sands of time, we encounter a mosaic of names and stories. Let's dive deeper into this enigma. First up, we have Naamah, a name that resonates through ancient texts. Naamah is mentioned in Genesis as a descendant of Cain, and more specifically, the only mentioned daughter of Lamech and Zillah, which is significant because women are seldom listed in ancient genealogies. This inclusion hints at her potential prominence or virtue. Some videos will say she was Noah's unnamed wife, according to early Jewish midrashic texts and early Jewish midrash, Genesis Rabbah. But these texts portray her with 2 contrasting narratives to start off. In one, she is seen as a figure of significant virtue, as her name suggests pleasantness. However, this is juxtaposed with a narrative where she is portrayed as engaging in practices leading people to idolatry through her musical talents, linking her to the name Naamah from Ne'ima, which means melody and song. This makes the link of Naamah being Noah's wife murky, to say the least. Also, the timeline raises questions. Naamah, from Cain's lineage, and Noah, from Seth's lineage, are separated by generations, about 2 to be exact, casting doubt on the connection. Furthermore, there's more than one Naamah in the Bible, adding to the complexity. One is associated with Cain's lineage, and another is a wife of Solomon, known for her Ammonite origin. Their distinct backgrounds and context in the scriptures make it unlikely for either to be Noah's wife. The generational gap and the presence of multiple figures with the same name in different biblical narratives challenge the identification of Naamah as Noah's wife, making this more of a fascinating conjecture than a solid conclusion based on scriptural evidence. If you are, however, willing to go outside the canonical Bible into apocryphal texts like the Book of Jasher, Naamah is explicitly named as the wife of Noah there. The Book of Jasher 5:15-16 states that, "And Noah went and took a wife, and he chose Naamah the daughter of Enoch, and she was 580 years old. And Noah was 498 years old when he took Naamah for a wife. This Naamah is the daughter of Enoch, who was taken straight into heaven, and the father of Methuselah." But wait, do you see a problem here? This would mean that Noah married his grand-auntie, as Methuselah was his grandfather, and that seems highly unlikely to me. Then, there's Emzara, a name drawn from the Book of Jubilees, also known as Little Genesis. The book, written around the 2nd century BC, presents an expanded narrative of the Genesis stories and provides names for many of the otherwise unnamed figures in the Bible. Emzara, meaning mother of a princess, is depicted as Noah's first cousin, the daughter of Rachel, his father's brother. The significance of the name Emzara lies in its purported meaning, ancestor of Sarah, implying a familial connection to Abraham and Sarah. This connection is particularly fascinating as it attempts to bridge the generational gap between Noah and Abraham, 2 pivotal figures in the biblical narrative. However, the reliance on a non-canonical text for this information leads to debates about the historical and theological validity of this claim. It's worth noting that while the Book of Jubilees provides detailed accounts and names, it is not part of the canonical Bible, which means that its contents are often viewed as supplementary or speculative rather than definitive. Additionally, the Book of Jubilees is considered one of the texts of the Second Temple period and is recognized in certain Christian and Jewish traditions, but not in others. Its accounts, including the story of Emzara, provide a rich tapestry of narrative and detail that complements the more concise stories of the canonical Bible. The name Emzara itself is also found in other texts from the Second Temple period, such as the Genesis Apocryphon among the Dead Sea Scrolls, lending some historical weight to the name within those specific religious and cultural contexts. Lastly, the name Barthanos emerges, primarily attributed by the 4th century bishop Epiphanius. However, this name seems to be tangled in a web of confusion, often mixed up with Batanosh, who's identified as Lamech's wife, Noah's mother, in ancient Jewish literature. This mix-up, coupled with the lack of scriptural backing, casts a shadow of doubt over the authenticity of the name Barthanos as well. Emzara seems to be the most likely out of these three names. However, more than her name, her role and significance in the Ark narrative cannot be understated. She emerges as a figure of monumental importance and strength in the narrative of the Ark. Her story unfolds in stages, each a testament to her character and the crucial role she played in the survival of humanity. The initial stage, God's command to build the Ark, was a formidable test of faith. Noah and his family were tasked with an enormous, seemingly irrational undertaking amidst a corrupt world. Here, Noah's wife is not merely a bystander, but a pillar of support and belief. Her extraordinary patience and love for her husband were instrumental in seeing through a task that defied logic and invited ridicule. She was the unseen force that helped keep the family anchored to their divine purpose amidst a sea of skepticism. The second stage, the Great Flood, was a test of courage. As the waters rose and the world they knew disappeared, Noah's wife's strength and resilience shone through. While the Bible doesn't give explicit details, it's not hard to imagine her as the backbone of her family, supporting Noah, managing the logistics of life on the Ark, and providing emotional strength to her sons and daughters-in-law. Her role was crucial, not just in supporting Noah, but in ensuring the welfare and survival of every living creature aboard the Ark. In the aftermath of the flood, as the water subsided, Noah's wife faced the test of endurance. Emerging to a desolate, unrecognizable world, her resilience was once again paramount. She, along with the other women, was tasked with rebuilding life from scratch under unimaginably harsh conditions. Their fortitude in the face of such adversity ensured the continuation of life and the fulfillment of God's plan. Her story highlights her devotion not only to her spouse but also to her faith. This depiction resonates with the broader religious context, where she is often cited as an exemplar of fidelity to God and one's partner, intertwining the concepts of divine obedience and marital loyalty. The narrative of Noah's wife is enveloped in a sense of mystery and reverence. Her name might be lost to history, but her impact resonates through time. She stands as a symbol of unwavering faith, unyielding strength, and the quiet, indomitable spirit that underpins the survival and continuity of humanity. While the Bible does not elaborate on her life in detail, the glimpses we get through various interpretations highlight her as a figure of steadfast faith and resilience, a testament to the often unspoken but deeply felt influence of women in the divine narrative and the preservation of life and faith through history's most challenging moments. What do you think? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, please like and subscribe for more content just like this. Until next time.